All right, question 4 of the sample final for Math 170 wants us to find the inverse of a function and give the domain and the range of the inverse. So our function is the square root of 4 minus x squared. So f of x is equal to the square root of 4 minus 2x. And its domain, we're going to start off by doing the domain of the original function. And we know because it's a square root that that number inside cannot equal or cannot be less than 0. So we want this to be greater than or equal to 0. So we solve this inequality. I'm going to add 2x to both sides. Get 4 is greater than or equal to 2x, which means that x has to be less than or equal to 2. So I'm going to rewrite this. X has to be less than or equal to 2. The range of this function can be anything. So all the positive numbers are going to come out of here. So we know that the only numbers that are going to come out of this function are positive. So we're looking at numbers that are greater than 0. So we're looking at x is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, to find the inverse of a function, the first thing we do is we write our function, or we change f of x to y. So we have y is equal to 4 minus 2x. And then what we do is we switch the x and the y's places. And then we solve for y. So I'm going to square both sides. Going to subtract 4. So I have x squared minus 4 is equal to negative 2y. And then I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2. Let me go ahead and write that step. So I have the opposite of x squared minus 4 over 2 is equal to y. And then I just changed this y. So I have negative x squared minus 4 over 2 is equal to the inverse function of x. All right, now to do the domain and the range of the inverse function, I just switch the places. So the inverse function's domain is the range of the original function. So that is x is greater than or equal to 0. And the range of the inverse function is equal to the range of the inverse function is equal to the domain of the original function. So that would be x is less than or equal to 2.